Here we are on another day trip in Maryland. This time we headed over to Rock Hall. We went there because it was listed, one of the restaurants there was listed as a top 10 crab restaurant in Maryland, so we decided to go check it out. We left from our home in Ellicott City, went down to Annapolis, crossed the Bay Bridge, but first we made a stop in Chestertown and then continued on to Rock Hall for a crab meal. Chestertown was founded in 1706 and served as a major port of entry during colonial times, and it still boasts the second largest district of restored 18th century homes in Maryland. Has a beautiful main street and city park. It was a great place to walk around. We walked around town, went down this one alley, had some beautiful murals on the side, and enjoyed walking along Main Street there. We weren't quite sure what this is. Kind of looks like an oyster shell bird bath, perhaps. At least I'm assuming that's what it is. But we went into a local artist co-op and found this beautiful plant stand that we picked up. Now it's off to Rock Hall. And as you can see here, here's some of the cornfields we saw from the Google Earth. And it is just a cornfield, soybean, and a few other crops along the way. Now we are getting into Rock Hall. We weren't quite sure what to expect, but when we got there, we found out that they were having some sort of fair or something going on. So we said, what the heck, let's walk down. Started seeing a whole lot of pirate skull and crossbones stood up, and some people clearly in a period dress. We enjoyed checking out the booths that they had along the way. We've all spent some time in those booths. Well, some images speak for themselves. This was an interesting little shop. Some fur, some horns. Not quite sure what you were to do with those horns. That looked like it could have been a powder horn, maybe. But anyway, interesting times. We checked things out, came down here and found a pirate encampment. So we decided to go check out the pirate encampment.
This is a careening encampment. This is a careening encampment of the pirate crew, the Skullduggery crew. And we have our cannons out here, and periodically we practice with our cannons. The next.
Whoa! Nothing like a peg leg unicycle, whatever that was, but it was interesting. Carrying on, turns out there really is no history of pirates here, but the town got together about 17 years ago and dreamed up this pirate and wench fantasy festival, and apparently it really took off. But now it's time for us to leave the main street and head on down and get something to eat. First, we stopped at a beach there on Rock Hall. This is right off the Chesapeake Bay. It's a pretty little beach. We really enjoyed the time there, though there were quite a few flies. Also found some music playing. That isn't background music that I've added. That was a truck with an organ in the back driving down the street. All right, time to eat some crab. Went over to the Waterman's Crab House in Rock Hall, which was listed as one of the best in Maryland. The restaurant is beautiful, great location. The service was fast, friendly, efficient. We enjoyed that. And the food was okay. But they did have a great view. After eating, we just took a quick walk on the dock right outside the restaurant there. Good chance to imagine what it must be like to own or lease a boat like that. I can't imagine the expense involved, not just in buying it, but in upkeeping it. But hey, It's quite the lifestyle for some folks. For us, time to head back, and that means crossing the Chesapeake Bay Bridge between the Eastern Shore and Annapolis, and that also usually means heavy traffic on the way back. 2 spans, one each way. Sometimes they open up another lane on one of the spans to ease congestion, but not today. Down there on the left, that's called the rock pile. There's an eastern and a western one. So if you hear me talk about kayak fishing for rockfish, that's where I go. It's about 1.5 miles out into the bay from the launch area. A little more than 1.5 miles. But that's where we go. That's all for now. Bye.